Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back into Off the Bench, right here at the Raising Cane's studio. Guess what? Hour number 2 already. An hour has flown by. We've talked all about the Fiesta Bowl last night. Guess what it's time to do, though? Time to jump in the portal. Portal! Guess what? Lane has got his coaches back. I think he's already tweeted. It's get over here.
Get over here!
Like anytime
That's
we say
me to Charlie Weiss.
Yeah, anytime we say Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss.
Get over here!
Quarterbacks. Get over here.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, there we
Get
go.
over here!
Offensive line.
Get over here!
Charlie Weiss.
Get over
Yeah,
here!
let's go. All of our coaches that have been coaching another team. Come on.
Get over here!
Let's go. It's time. It is time. It's officially official.
The hockey's going to break by the
Portal.
I'm just going to get stuck.
Oh, man, what can you just keep saying about the portal? It is official, finally. The LSU coaches that have been back and forth, are here to stay. So what does that mean for LSU? What does that mean in the portal? You got to think that it's time. Now, LSU's been stepping up their game the last couple days, got a decent number of signings. Finally signed Taylor. Finally signed a couple offensive linemen, right?
Yeah, you did. You got Jacoby Jones last night, who is from Copiah Lincoln Community College up in Mississippi.
Yeah, I've been there.
Have you?
Yeah,
Classic.
often.
Classic.
Great football program.
It makes sense, though, right? Like Mississippi, the Lane Kiffin connection. And he's also from Manny, Louisiana, so the connection there is obvious. And then, guys, he already sounds like an All-American. Jaquan Sprinkle.
Let's go.
NC
I'm
Central.
so excited
let's
about
go.
this
Right?
guy.
Yeah.
Marler
Sprinkles.
Jim.
Yeah.
Chris Marler sent a gym last night. It never rains in Tiger Stadium, but it'll sprinkle in the end zone.
Sprinkle in the end zone. Let's go.
He's also really good, too. 27 games over 3 seasons at NC Central. He was second-team All-MEAC conference selection this season. 6'3", 295. He played tackle, but if you put a little weight on him, he could play guard as well. He did a little bit of both, as did Jacoby Jones. He played guard and tackle as well. So, you know, some under-recruited guys, but big guys. I mean, Jacoby Jones, 6'5", 295. And then he hasn't committed yet, but former 4-star recruit Micah DeBose, who went to Alabama, is in the portal. He was on campus yesterday for a visit. No word yet on if he's going to commit, but he has been here for a visit. So that's huge, guys, because before yesterday, we had one guy that even took a visit. And then I mentioned Henry Tabansi, who visited recently. Well, as luck would have it, right after the show, Henry Tabansi committed somewhere else other than LSU, so he's not available anymore. But if you get Braylon Moore back, you already have Weston Davis back. You got 3 guys right here. If you think all 3 of these guys are starting caliber quality, then you're just looking for depth now, which you still need. But like, this is not a solution to your O-line, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and this was certainly the position that I'm sure most LSU fans, like us on the show here, we're in a little bit of a panic mode for, because we know it's a position of need, even if none of your guys left, right? Because that was probably the one like big glaring weak spot, or not the one big, but that was the main weak spot on the team, was the offensive line play. Now, I'm not blaming the kids for that. Y'all have been very clear about this. I think the coaching and the system and what they were being asked to do was not advantageous to their skill set. But that's behind us now, okay? We had to get more bodies, but most of those kids went in the portal and have already signed at different places. Now we've got a couple of them back, right? But we looked at the people that had visited. There was one offensive line as of like yesterday morning that had visited. So it's like, what are we going to do? This is a point that you don't need just 1 or 2. You got to go get 5 or 6 in this portal. So like the fact that we are signing, we got more guys visiting. It's a step in the right direction. And I got to think now that the coaching staff is complete. You got your full strength behind you now. I get it. That's, Ole Miss. Sorry, you lost. Cinderella story over. But great for LSU because our coaching staff is at full strength to attack the rest of this portal all the way up for, 9 more days? So you got 9 more days to continue to bring in offensive linemen. And we don't know. We don't know if the strategy involved is we think these guys are going to be starters. We think these guys are rotational swing guys, whatever it is. But I think from an LSU fan standpoint, right now and on January 9th, it doesn't matter. They have an O and an L next to their name, which is what we have to see, which was a little bit of a panic point for us. Elephant in the room, though. What's the other panic position? Quarterback. The most important position in just all of sports, not just football, all of sports. We don't have one of those either. But I think we got somebody in town.
Well, yeah, but Damon Williams, guys, great news. He committed.
Oh, gosh.
No, he didn't commit here. He committed to go back to Washington because the portal's just evil, but
what a mess that situation is.
Everyone's worst nightmare came true, right?
Yeah, Damon Williams, the whole situation behind that, and I kind of a couple days ago, you can go back and listen to it. I got old man on the porch yelling at people on my lawn about it. It looked really bad yesterday. Early on, he was losing in the court of public opinion because his agent leases him, citing philosophical differences. Everyone, that's a bad look. Well, then it comes out that the agent is also the agent of the head coach of the football team, so there's clearly a conflict of interest there. So, he was firing him to maintain his relationship with the head coach. So, there's clearly a lot happening there. I'm not going to knock the kid. I'm not going to knock the university. Kid was probably doing what he was being advised to do or what he thought was right. He probably thought it was okay. The Big Ten and Washington, the university, was sticking to their guns. I don't think I blame anybody in this situation besides college football in general.
Right.
College football, you stink right now.
Yeah.
Figure your stuff out. So I don't blame. You can't blame a kid right now for trying to test the waters, push the limits,
what his
right?
options are. It's, again, we've compared it to free agency in the NFL. That's exactly what it is. When you're a free agent, you're going to go test the market and see what other people are going to pay you. And that's just what it is right now in college football until you put some guardrails up, which I'm not sure that's going to happen anytime soon. But in terms of quarterback, though, we do have 2 visiting. Elon quarterback Landon Clark is visiting today. And then from your neck of the woods.
Oh, I tell you what.
Tyler JUCO, Trey Guerra.
Tyler Junior College.
He's going to be visiting on campus today. So if you've got any insight on Tyler JUCO QBs or that program over there.
Yeah, Trey Guerra, right?
Guerra.
Trey Guerra. Tyler Junior College Apaches. Not a big deal.
No.
I have very intimate knowledge of TJC. My mom directed the drill team there for 20, 25 years, something like that. She's kind of a legend around those parts.
She really is.
So I grew up at Tyler Junior College. I worked out there. I threw there. That's where I trained. That's where I got this amazing speed down. But I did all my training right there at TJC. I'm very familiar with the Apaches. Went to a lot of games there at Tyler Rose Stadium.
So if we get him, we're getting another Matt Flynn.
I mean,
Natty on the way.
Also, don't want to put any pressure on you. If we don't get him, it's kind of on you, bud.
Your fault.
Sorry.
There's 2 quarterbacks that are, you got to get them over here.
Get both of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So I don't know this guy, but I can tell you, I was the last quarterback to come here from Tyler, Texas. So I feel like it's a good sign.
Season end.
So I actually kind of watched a little film on this guy yesterday. Because I think he had posted, or somebody posted, Hunt posted at LouisianaSports.net. So I went and read the article, and I think there was some social media posts about it.
So he posted it, that he had already had an offer and everything.
Okay.
He was fired up about it.
Yeah, so I think he's got current offers from Texas Tech, Kentucky, Arkansas, Florida State, LSU. So we're talking about the upper echelon of college football offering. I think he was in the JUCO ranks. He was number 1 in completions, number 2 in passing yards, number 3 in passing touchdowns. 6'2", 200 pounds. So, not big, not small, just a nice
good
standard quarterback size right there. I'll call it a medium, right?
Yeah.
So I think they went 11-1 this season at Tyler Junior College, ranked number 1. I think at different rankings. I was trying to find JUCO rankings. It was kind of hard. I think he's ranked number 1 in one, number 2 or 3 in another.
Yeah.
15-2 as a starter there at TJC. And I think as of yesterday, he was visiting Arkansas. So we'll see what happens there.
We got him. You got to pull him away from Arkansas.
You got to pull him away from Arkansas.
Yeah,
What
it's
are we doing?
Arkansas.
So, like, this guy, both of these guys, do they feel like the answer? As of right now, probably not. Now, this guy has good film, making all the throws, and looks decently athletic, getting out of the pocket. You just never really know. Look at, case in point, Trinidad Chambliss. You just never know what you're going to get, especially when you get good coaching around you, a good system around you, good players around you, certainly. You just never know how guys are going to translate, when they're going to mature, when they're going to come into their bodies, when they're going to come into their mind. Be mentally ready, their football IQ, when all that improves, because there's a certain point as an athlete where things just click, and you just don't know when it's going to click, but you can tell it does. You could tell that in November it clicked for Trinidad Chambliss, right?
Yeah.
You just don't know. Like, it didn't click for me for a long time. Like, it clicked a little bit here and there. My second year in the NFL, for me, it clicked. Second year in the NFL. Boom. I was like immediately 3 times better player than I was in college. Like, just what seemingly overnight, just because things clicked for whatever reason. So we got 2 guys in, but you would think that this is probably this is a numbers thing. We know we got to sign 2 or 3 quarterbacks. They're probably not looking at the Elon quarterback or the Tyler Junior College quarterback as their day 1 starter at LSU in the new Lane Kiffin regime. So we just talked about DeMond Williams committing and going back to the University of Washington. That is the exact reason why you don't let Sam Leavitt leave.
Yeah.
Nope. You had to have that
What
commitment before
the
you left.
hell are we doing?
Especially
But
with the news breaking and
maybe-
he's still here.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, maybe you had him, and then that news broke while he was here. And if I were Sam Leavitt, that would leave a bad taste in my mouth. You would have to pay me a lot more than like $3.5 million to.
Yeah.
If Kentucky is offering me $4 million and you're offering me 3.5, and you did all that,
Yep.
But to her point, word on the streets is
the streets.
it didn't end well. Visit.
Yeah.
I imagine
I-
what
Really?
she just
I-
mentioned had something to do with
So
I
is
mean,
that-
I can't imagine that meeting ended well.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Like, everybody already thinks that Lane Kiffin's a snake.
that.
And then
yeah.
you
Right.
came and you were at a basketball game with
That's
him
right.
when this all broke.
That's right.
I
could
can't
imagine.
imagine that ended
Well, that's the
well.
thing, like,
Sam
we-
reaches over, shows Lane the news on his phone. Lane's like, it's probably nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's probably not that. His
Yeah.
price just doubled, I imagine.
Yeah.
With the way that ended, LSU's desperation of quarterback now.
Yeah, you got to
do whatever
think.
you
I
gotta
mean,
do.
everybody's got immediate access to every piece of information, so they're probably sitting there courtside.
Yeah.
And like you say, you said the snake word, which it's but he's ours.
That's the perception.
But he's ours, right?
Yeah, that's the perception.
So, but he's ours.
Yeah.
So, go do that snake stuff
yeah.
and get it done.
You got to do
Yes.
what you got to do. Pay it.
Go. But
blank check.
like, maybe he thought he was going to get it done, and then things got real messy with DeMond.
Hey, do y'all think Ole Miss leaked that news while Sam Leavitt was here?
I would have.
I feel like they've done a few things like that already.
That's chess.
That's not coincident. Yeah,
Also,
they're playing.
poor Bo Perbula, right? Like
Yeah.
he was at Missouri. It was a hotly contested quarterback battle between him and Sam Horn. He wins the battle. 4 games into the season, he has a season-ending injury. And he's like, okay, no big deal. I get a fresh start somewhere else. He visited Washington yesterday.
Yep.
That ain't happening.
No, that
Sorry,
ain't
Lane.
happening. Also, Sam Leavitt was left here to Tennessee. He
Yeah.
decided he likes it so much, he's staying an extra day.
Yes.
So he's actually still there. And guess where he's going from there? Where is he going today? That's right. The U. He's going to Miami today on another visit. Do you think Miami's got anything to sell to him?
Yeah,
They're in.
I think so.
Oh, that's right. They're in the national championship. They've actually written the game plan on transfer portal quarterbacks because, Cam Ward, he was the number 1 overall pick. Oh, yeah, because he was in a 1-year guy. Oh, yeah, the next 1-year transfer portal we got at the University of Miami led us to a national championship. So we're pretty good at this transfer portal quarterback thing. I think they got something to sell. So I hate to say it. You got to close Sam Leavitt when he was here in Baton Rouge. Hanging out. Everything, like the clips and the posts, everything we saw looked awesome. Looked like he was having a great time. Ain't just gonna. It ain't happening though. So it didn't happen for whatever reason. It should have. And now you got to sit here and scratch your head. Like, what is next? Like, where does LSU go next? Because you got to think they're going to bring in a guy that
people control him at this point. You might be begging Dylan Raiola to come play quarterback here for you. I mean, maybe Bo Perbula's an option. He didn't play a ton at Missouri, but he was pretty good when he did. He's coming off of an injury too. I mean, we just talked about it. Washington closed the door on him yesterday. So
what about like a Deuce Knight?
I like Deuce Knight. Deuce Knight's played 2 games, neither against Power 5 opponents, one against Mercer.
Yeah, but you don't know. I guess you know what Dylan Raiola is.
I get it. Yeah, right. Like, if you brought in Deuce Knight to sit for a year with a veteran in front of him, great. And maybe Lane can get the most out of Deuce Knight. I think he's talented. He's a former 5-star. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going through here, and I'm looking at, like, the top 20, 25 quarterbacks in the portal. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys available.
Eli Holstein could be an option. I mean, he's from here.
Yeah.
Started in Lafayette, moved over to Zachary. Yep. Like, he could do it.
Yeah. So we're going to choose to trust the process. We're maybe feeling a little panicky on our side. I think that most LSU fans would probably feel the same because you got to find your quarterback for next year in 9 days because you're not going to find him signing out of high school in the second signing window. Just not going to do it. So the quarterback that's going to lead this new regime that we're paying a lot of money for, that we have turned heel for, that we have bet the house on, you got to find the person playing the most important position in the next 9 days, and you let a good one walk out of town unsigned already. So we'll keep you up to date. If anything happens this morning, we'll certainly keep you up to date on the transfer portal situation. But Alondra, let's do it again. Hey, quarterbacks.
Get over here!
Charlie Weiss.
Get over here!
Offensive line.
Get over here!
That's right. That's what we call Portal Kombat. Portal! Hey, y'all want to talk a little LSU baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Number 1 in preseason.
Number 1 in preseason.
Yeah.
No big deal.
We're going to tell you why.
They were also number 1 in the postseason.
Duh.
And in your hearts, of course.
And in your hearts.
Always.
All right. We'll do that when we come back right here. 104.5 ESPN.
Off the bench.
I want to tell you to go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. BoudreauxElectrical.com. Power ever gone out in your house? And you're just kind of stuck there, lights off, having to go find the flashlights. Oh, wait, the flashlight ran out of batteries. I don't have batteries. Now what I'm going to do? Going to light a candle? No, don't do that. Don't settle for all that stuff. Don't settle for that mess. Maybe you got like a little generator in your garage and you got to go to the gas station to like fill up that gas, to fill it up to run, maybe run a refrigerator. Nope. How about a whole home generator, a Generac generator from BoudreauxElectrical.com. You talk about peace of mind. Doesn't matter what happens. We're South Louisiana. Things happen. We got hurricane season. We got random 12, 14-inch snowstorms that happen. Well, we got light breezes that knock the power out every now and then. Protect your stuff. Protect your things. Protect that venison, that deer you shot this year. Protect all that meat that's in the freezer right there. Give them a call. Get a free Generac quote. There's a big red button right there on BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Step 1, you say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down, it's just talk. He smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through some sort of window.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back here Off the Bench, hour number 2. Did y'all realize that Baton Rouge got a huge upgrade recently?
No.
It's called Bally's. Bally's. Formerly the Belle of Baton Rouge. They have unveiled their new property rebrand, brand new land-based casino and entertainment complex. So we've all remember that old atrium over there, kind of by the Belle. kind of a little ghost town. We used to have some events there, whatever, but it's completely changed. So if you're looking for maybe a little date night, a little getaway, maybe a night out with the fellas or the ladies, whatever it is, it's a great place. They got a great, huge DraftKings Sportsbook there, all sorts of tables, games, slots, whatever it is. Multiple brand new restaurants and a completely renovated. I mean, you could call it brand new. Maybe it's like the same shape, but over 200 rooms, brand new, beautiful rooms. They got suites overlooking the river, overlooking Tider Stadium, overlooking downtown. So if you're coming in town, maybe for soon to be some baseball weekends, no better place to stay than right there at Bally's. Go check them out. Baton Rouge, you truly did get an upgrade. It is awesome. 25,000 square foot of Vegas-style gaming. Right there, Bally's, Baton Rouge. All right, Stitch Head time. Look, football season's over. Now, we're in the portal season,
right?
Clearly, but
let's turn the page.
Let's turn the page a little bit.
There's basketball going on right now, but
y'all don't like the portal?
We love it.
Portal's great.
Portal's great.
We love Portal.
Portal! We also like national championship.
We do. And we had one with baseball last season. And guess what?
So,
Perfect Game released their preseason poll.
Oh, hell yeah.
LSU, number 1 in the preseason polls. Let's go.
Let's go, Jay.
They're also a plus 750 favorite to win the national championship. As of now, it is the preseason, but they're plus 750. I think Oregon is next after that, but I don't remember.
Okay, that's probably
All
pretty good in baseball
LSU.
preseason. It's kind of like betting on a golf tournament winner. There's so many teams out there, so many people can get hot, whatever. The leader's usually plus 700.
Yeah, right. Your top 10, though, just real quick to get a look at the rest of the landscape. Georgia Tech at number 2. Tennessee 3rd, which they don't have they do have a head coach, but Tony Vitello is not their coach anymore. He went to the San Francisco Giants. Coming at 4th is Arkansas, UCLA, Mississippi State, Oregon State, Texas, Florida, and coming at number 10 is Auburn. So that's your top 10 for your preseason top 10 according to Perfect Game. And honestly, it comes as no surprise that LSU is ranked number 1 in the preseason poll. We got Jay Johnson, who is the GOAT of college baseball. And we're returning a really strong core veteran group. And your entire outfield basically stays the same. You're running it back with Stanny. Derek Curiel's coming back. Jake Brown. So you get experience, defense, and obviously athleticism. Chris Stanfield was incredible in center field last season.
He's my son's favorite player, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Love Stanfield.
Huck knows ball.
Well, he was a better hitter than people thought he was going to be when he came here. He was
clutch.
At the beginning of the year, when opening weekend, we were talking about him. I think he led in hits opening weekend. He was awesome.
He's very, I'm excited that Chris Stanfield's coming back. Derek Curiel was freshman of the year last year. He was doing incredible stuff. So that's another really exciting person that's coming back. Now, third base, this is according to Hunt. There's a newcomer from Oregon State. He looks like he's the early favorite. He was rated 30th in Baseball America's top 100 college transfers list, most outstanding player in the Corvallis Regional, and hit 6 home runs in the NCAA tournament. So it's looking like he's going to be the one that is the favorite at third base. And then I'm just so excited. We're a month away. Yeah, I think it starts Valentine's
February 13th.
Yeah,
so the day before
the Friday. Yeah, because last season it was.
But the thing about Caraway.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned him. A lot of people were concerned saying, he's not a great defensive third baseman. I don't care because Jay Johnson's developed guys in the past, right? People hated the fact that Tommy White was going to be there. His second year, he saved games for you.
Wake Forest.
Yes, Wake Forest. Yeah, and that was year 1. And then think about year 2. His second year in the program, he was dominant. This kid hits 281 at Oregon State.
Yeah.
He could tear the cover off the ball, but Jay's found a way to develop defensive third basemen, so I'm good with it.
He's found a way to develop any player that comes to LSU. It's ridiculous. And
he was known as a hitting coach, right?
Yeah.
But his defenses have been incredible.
Yeah. So at first base, of course, you get a big loss. Jared Jones, a lot of offensive production. He was pretty good at first base too. I wouldn't say he was perfect at it, but he was good at it. But We get a new big body god,
Yeah, we
as
love
we
this
like to
guy
call
so
him.
much.
And what more do you
A
want
unit.
at first base than a unit? Like
He's
every
insane.
unit ever plays first. And he's rated 34th in Baseball America's transfer list. Put up monster numbers at Grand Canyon. Career 328 hitter with 32 homers and 157 RBIs throughout his career, 13 bombs last season alone. So I know that bears a lot to replace offensively, but York looks like he's got pop to do it.
Well, people were worried coming in, like, is he going to be an everyday player? I had to do the Jay Johnson preseason press conference. He announced him as your starting first baseman, Zach York. So,
Yeah.
like, if that's any question of the kid's defense, like, he can play, man.
Yeah. Second base still looks like a competition right now between this. This is from Hunt too. So like Hunt was at some of the scrimmages, and he says that it's still a competition right now. Braden Simpson, Seth Dardar, and even Tanner Reeves are still in the mix. Tanner Reeves played a little bit at third base, but this is his natural position, so he's a little more comfortable there than he was at third. And then behind the plate, Taylor's gonna laugh. Kate Arambidi. He had
Roger's
a really
favorite player.
big. He put me through a lot of emotional roller
She
coasters.
bought an Aaron Beatty jersey last year. Loves the guy.
Behind the plate, had a huge fall, led the team offensively, hitting 400. That matters when you've got people like Zach York and Derek Curiel on your team, and you're leading the offense. And then everybody always wonders about the pitching staff. It looks like it's pretty loaded right now. And I know we say that, so y'all know I do the Hanny cast, so I hang out with Richard and Hanny sometimes, Richard Dixon, and he was asking me a moose, and we were like, Friday and Saturday locked down. Sunday we got somebody, but I don't know. And then he's like, I feel like y'all say that every year. You're like, the bullpen looks great, and then we're struggling for a Sunday starter. But that's kind of every program, and that's kind of always how it's been. Like, your Sunday starter's obviously not going to be to the caliber of your Friday and your Saturday
Jay
starter.
always switches it anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I bet Zach Cowan starts first weekend just to put some veteran, but he was great in the bullpen too. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, and you got Devin Sheeran that people just forget exists because he didn't play last year. But
tore his
he's a stud.
ACL, so he didn't get to play last year, but he is coming back. And Kason Evans is obviously going to be your ace, your Friday night starter, unless something crazy happens. And then I was really excited and like genuinely fired up when Zach Cowan announced that he was coming back, because he could have left. And now with him like developing hopefully more pitches, he might be your Saturday starter, but I don't know that for a fact. You also got Cooper Moore, William Schmidt. If you remember last season, he started a couple of Sundays, couple of midweek games.
And his problem was throwing strikes. Like,
Yeah.
the stuff was always there with Schmidt.
Yeah. But you got Nate Yeske developing these guys, so I have no qualms about that. And then
I'm excited about the bullpen.
So basically, what I'm
honestly.
hearing is another natty.
there's a
Back-to-back.
really good recipe for a back-to-back natty.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean,
You're
baseball's
deep.
just like got to get hot at the right time, right?
Yes, it is. You're deep, you're veteran, and you're built to win games like late in the games, and good teams find the way to win.
Think about your closers, though. Like, everybody looks for a closer. You have options.
Yeah.
Gavin Guidry's back healthy. Again, people forget he exists. Maverick Rizzi throws 100. He could be there.
Yeah.
Danny Lockenmeyer was great at North Dakota State. He threw 237. I mean, he had a 2.37 ERA, and he had 56 strikeouts in only 38 innings. That's a guy. Like, you have options at starter and bullpen. And not a lot of teams can say that this day and age.
Well, certainly the recipe is there, and we got a guy that can cook, Mr. Jay Johnson.
I have
Who
a few guys that can cook on that staff.
who believe, I think Jay will start joining the show every week
Next week.
here next week.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know if like every week during baseball season,
yeah,
but I think Jake just
Jacob
wanted to
said-
have a
yeah,
preview.
I think Jake said we might have him on next week,
Yeah.
and then of course when baseball season starts, we'll have him. So look, everything sounds positive to me.
Woo!
This is going to be my Stitchhead year. I'm gonna start learning the names more.
Yeah.
Got my index cards,
I'll give
got
you
my
the
flash
lore,
card.
too.
I'm excited for you.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be a big year for me.
You
I'm
going
excited.
opening day?
Why not? Why not? But there you go. There you have it. Great recipe. We got an amazing chef too, Mr. Jay Johnson.
I like it.
Cooking it up. Let's cook us up another natty. All right, appreciate it. Thanks. There's your baseball rundown. I know it's kind of weird to get some baseball news, but it's time to get back in the swing of things, baby. You get it? That's a little baseball pun.
I was gonna say, was that intended?
Yep.
Love it.
Not a big deal.
I'm catching what you're throwing.
Radio Pro. Hey, when we come back here, we're gonna go to break now because I don't know if y'all heard, there's a guy named Tyler Shough playing pretty good for the Saints. Well, he's got a coach, Scott Tolzien, the quarterback coach for the New Orleans Saints. will be joining the show. We'll talk about Tyler Shough. We'll talk about his first year there with Kellen Moore's coaching staff. He joins the show when we come back right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are a business owner in South Louisiana or in Louisiana or thinking about starting one, this message is just for you. Growth takes capital. Money, money, money. Expansion takes planning, and choosing the right banking partner can make all the difference in the world. That's where First American Bank and Trust comes in. They have been doing business the right way in South Louisiana for over a century. Long time. It's over 100 years. A banking tradition since 1910. Helping local companies finance equipment, real estate, operations, and long-term growth. This isn't some just like out-of-town bank reading from like just the standard banking playbook. These are local bankers that live in your community who understand your community culture, understand your industry, understand what it takes to win here as a business owner. So whether you're scaling up, refinancing, or planning your next move, First American Bank and Trust offers relationship-driven commercial and business lending built around your goals, not cookie-cutter solutions. So if you're serious about growth, it is time to take a look at a bank that is going to be fit for you. Visit FABT.com. First American Bank and Trust.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back here to Off the Bench, 104.5 ESPN, 8:37 Friday morning. Hope you're staying safe out there, and I think it's still raining. Whatever it is, it's at least wet out there. So stay safe. But look, we are happy and happy to introduce you to our next guest, Mr. Scott Tolzien, the quarterback coach for your New Orleans Saints. We got him right here, good enough to join us this morning. Scott, how we doing, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic, dude. Hey, I want to tell you, this is usually a two-man show. Usually Jacob Hester's here. He's off today covering the Peach Bowl for a serious show. Oh, so you have the opportunity to actually be the first time I'm interviewing somebody by myself.
Yeah, your better half's gone.
There's no question about that. My better half is certainly gone. And so I texted you a little while ago, see if you wanted to get on FaceTime. You said you are the consummate coach gear right now, post-workout.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, like, with the towel over my shoulder showing you, like one of those guys, like, this is how hard I worked out this morning. One of those YMCA guys.
A YMCA warrior. Look, Scott, dude, first year in New Orleans, coach of quarterback scores, first year in the Kellen Moore staff. A season certainly of ups and downs, but a strong finish. Just like give us an overview of, you got a lot of the geographical area of Louisiana listening to you right now. A lot of pride in Louisiana, but it's your first year, your first experience living in Louisiana. So just tell me how the first year has been, just with the family being here, but then also just coaching the first year with the Saints.
For sure. So first year operations are always challenging, first and foremost from a family side. But thankfully, my wife got us moved super fast. So I was only doing the back and forth from Dallas, where I was previously, for just a little over a month. So my wife got us moved fast and got us in a great school that we're happy with here in Metairie, and that's basically our home away from home is that community there. So that's a really tight-knit community. That's been one of the joys for us, is seeing how welcoming everyone is here. Like, it's a slower pace of life, and that's an awesome thing in how fast our society is. So families really adapted well and quickly here, and that has a lot to do with the people here. So that's been a positive. The Southern hospitality is real. And then from a football standpoint, yeah, it was a up and down year. Every year is in the NFL. Went through 2 4-game losing streaks, but then found our stride. Had a 4-game winning streak down the stretch, and something to build on for the future.
Yeah, so like obviously the quarterback is always going to be the first question that anybody talks about. The first thing that any football fan really sees and wants to talk about, especially when there's really good play or really poor play. That's always the hot topic. So y'all had 2 quarterbacks throughout the season. Of course, there was a quarterback change. So before we get into, how the finish was and how Tyler Shough, just burst onto a scene and threw his name out there as a really good quarterback in the league as a rookie, Just talk to us about like the beginning half of the year, how like the progression you saw of the quarterback room. Of course, Spencer Rattler starting the first handful of games. There being a change, but we always talked about it here. The season was not happening the way you wanted to, but it certainly wasn't a Spencer Rattler issue. Now, Tyler Shough, of course, elevated the team once he got in there. But talk about how that transition happened from Spencer playing and then the transition over to Shough.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that. Like, this is the backup quarterbacks and both of us talking, like recognizing that it was a priority of mine to recognize how well Spencer played too. And I think that is a little bit of my career too, is like, man, it wasn't necessarily that Spencer lost the position. I mean, we were just at a point in the season. Spencer went through the gauntlet of our schedule too, sure. In a first year operation and did a lot of really good things. So I thought Spencer played his tail off too for us. So and that's really, the thing I'm most proud of is just how, most quarterback rooms, you got a veteran presence in there. It was like you, when it was just myself and Aaron, we bring in a veteran presence to help out the starter, and that's a really good sound way to go. Kind of know what you're getting backup, and we didn't have that this year, but I couldn't have been more proud of how our guys, they were so consistent. That's the word that coming to mind for me in their approach. That was like their work ethic, their coachability. Heck, even after we went through a change, like nothing got awkward in our room. Like they were a blast to be around, like super transparent, like just awesome dudes in general, football, non-football, everything. And so, it was just really the right time of the year for a change. Needed to pick up some steam, and so long story short is I'm really proud of how the guys handled the ups and downs of the year as a young group. And we were an inexperienced group, that's a fact, and yet I'm pleased with their consistency performance-wise and just in their preparation, most importantly.
Yeah, you never know. Like when a decision like that has to be made, especially the quarterback position, only one guy can play. I mean, this is human beings we're dealing with, right? And there's no playbook for that. So you never know how it's going to act, but it certainly seems like Spencer handled it the right way. And watching these two guys play throughout the season, it actually kind of looked like they had similar playing styles. I felt like they both read the defense well. They went through their progressions. They could use their feet and utilize that, the accurate down the field. But when Tyler Shough started playing and the more weeks came through, what we saw from Saints fans was watching a team that was being elevated by their quarterback play of Tyler Shough and just playing well in a progression every single week. I thought playing the quarterbacks is getting better and better and better. So we got Louisiana's got Shough fever over here. We are excited about finding a quarterback to go in the future and build around. So just tell us about Tyler Shough in general. Like, how is he with the guys? How is he in the quarterback room? And then his performance. How impressive was what he did throughout the season on the back half? For sure. So he went through the draft process with him, and obviously we liked what we saw. And then that's a 360-degree approach. Everything from the fundamentals to the accuracy, arm strength, and then all the intangible stuff. And obviously thought enough of him to draft him there early in the second round. And but what was really cool is just to see the progression that he made, and that speaks to Tyler just throughout his career. If you track, he went through 4 different schools in college, but even in his high school career and everything, he was constantly ascending, and that's always a good trend line, right? Is that okay, there's something in this guy where he doesn't flatline. He keeps getting better, and we saw that early on, even just on his scout team reps, where he was day one through, when we finally gave him the starting nod, and that's a tribute to him in his work. He's an exceptional worker, very conscientious, very smart to begin with, but then has the ability to apply it on the field. So, there's always that playbook, meeting room, walk through, and then practice, and then game. There's that progression, and he kind of was able to check the boxes there. The thing I'm most proud of was Kellen's big message to the team is always just go for it. That's one of his mantras, and I thought Tyler lived that this past year. He just went for it. There was no
kind of like, hey man, like let's do this thing. You know, that's I'm speaking for Tyler, and you know, from a leadership standpoint, I mean, we had a couple trades there mid-season and lost a few guys to injury, and none of that fazed him. It was a mark of, even though he's a rookie, you know, just a mark of a mature player in person. So that's for sure something to build on. Like, yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. Like, yeah, he had a really strong performance there at the end of the year. But as you know, like, it's not about what you did yesterday. It's about what you do tomorrow in our profession. So we got to keep building pieces and keep getting better as a team. And we're not a first-year operation again next year, so we got to hit the ground running.
Yeah, we kept trying to remind people and listeners that are like, look, just because you're drafted in the second round doesn't mean you're guaranteed anything. Like, you have to go and earn it. You have to get better and improve every single day, and you got to go prove that you belong. You're not guaranteed anything just because you're taken in the second round. Certainly, the team sees something in you, but he certainly went out and proved the scouting. He proved the coaching staff right. I mean, he was 103.3 QBR on third down, which is, I believe, number 1 in the NFL, second highest completion percentage in the NFL on third down. Like, when I watched him play, he certainly fit that mantra that you just said, Kellen Moore, where he was just going for it. Like, if it was 3rd and 10, he was throwing it 10 yards at least. And that's not something, like, you can coach that. You can talk about the reads, but a guy's got to be able to, when the game starts, when the lights are on, he's got to be able to go out and do that. And I just thought that the carefreeness that he played with in a smart way and was able to execute with the talent he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, it doesn't take long for any quarterback, former, whatever, you watch him throw a few passes, you're like, okay, this guy is a really fluid thrower. Like, I mean, when I went to his workout, it was like right away, you're like, okay, this guy's fluid. So you kind of can check that box right away. But yet there's just so much that goes on at our level, from the mental and then to, okay, how does he deal with pass rush and all those things you don't really know until you see them on the big stage, and he's off to a good start there.
Yeah, well, we're excited about it and continue to learn from you and that quarterback. And I know y'all got a special thing going on in that quarterback room. So excited to see his continued progression. But I want to ask you about a former teammate of ours right now. What have you seen from the ageless Mr. Aaron Rodgers headed in the playoffs? Can you believe it?
Dude, well, of course, I've seen everything that's gone viral on Twitter or whatever, that the seam throw to Thielen and the game.
His Mario celebration.
Yeah. You know, he still got the sideline banter, or excuse me, the timeout banter going on. If you remember, Matt, that was one of our assignments each week, was to dig up the backgrounds on Wikipedia of the defense on the other team, so that during timeouts he has something to chat about. I noticed that that's still alive and well. That was happy to see during timeouts. He still got his chat game is still alive. But seriously, like, it is wild to see. I mean, like, I was just talking the other day to Brandon Staley, our DC, and, like, they're the same age, and you're like, oh my God, like, it puts things in perspective when all of a sudden you're like matching them with different people, like, age-wise. Yeah. It's like incredible. And then, of course, like, I wish Jacob was on the show, because we were together with Phillip at the same time too.
Yep.
And this dude's still like
that
the most
wild.
incredible thing I've ever seen.
It's unbelievable.
Like, I'm sure you were like, I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I've never wanted to watch a football game more than I want to watch Phillip Rivers play this game against Seattle.
No doubt.
Just to, like, see what was going to happen versus an NFL pass rush. And, like, lo and behold, this guy just crushes it. Like, that might be the most incredible.
He looked really old doing it, but he was still productive, which is wild.
Yeah, and, like, and same to Aaron. Like, you know, like, I'm just a fan too, watching this past, what was it, Sunday or Monday, whatever it was, for the division Sunday night, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, I guarantee you he called that entire 2-minute drive, and I'm sure you were saying the same thing. Like, there's no way, like, even if the headset was working, like, it's not working in his mind. Like, oh no, like, that was his drive. So
yeah, I could tell he was calling it, because he made a big play on their side of the field, got to, like, in 2 minutes, had a first down near the midfield, and he called Sally. He called a screen to the left. So I was like, that's classic him. He's always going to do that. It worked out perfectly.
It's cool as heck to see, like, and then like freaking Rice, what was it, double stick Sally, I think he checks too. Like, it's all the old, but, like, to his credit, like, God, it's incredible, man. Like everyone always wants to ask. I'm sure you get a lot. Like, what's it like playing with him? And yeah, it's. I mean, how many throws did we see in practice that no one ever saw in real life? And you're just like,
yep.
Oh my God, I can't believe I saw that.
Yep.
You know, it was like the game was the Matrix for him. That was the best way to describe it.
That's
like the bullets are literally slow motion to him.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. He's the best thrower of the football I've certainly ever seen. And Scott, we gotta run here, but I wanted to thank you for your time, certainly, and continued success with teaching and coaching Tyler Shough as we go forward. But I want to leave you with this thought: when you were at the University of Wisconsin, if you would have petitioned for an extra year of eligibility, like a lot of people are doing, your NIL valuation, according to ChatGPT, would have been $3 million. I just wanted to put that little bug in your ear, buddy. So I appreciate you, dude. Love you, man, and keep fighting the good fight down there.
Yeah, and all that means is that yours would have been easily $5 million here at LSU, man.
At least let's set some records.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I appreciate the time. Have a good one. All right, there it is. Scott Tolzien, quarterback coach for the New Orleans Saints. We will go to break, and we'll close up hour number 2 right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, I want to tell you about the good people over at Gulf Coast Office Products, Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. Louisiana's leader in office technology, from copiers, scanners, printers, whatever it is. They got it. They born here in Louisiana, 4 locations around Louisiana, but it doesn't mean they're just like a local company. They're shipping printers, copiers. They are servicing companies all over the country, but at the heart of everything, they are Louisiana. So proud to be sponsors with the New Orleans Saints, LSU Tigers, the Pelicans, everybody. And you know that if you work in an office, whether it's a large office, whether it's a hospital, university, or maybe it's a small office. I work in a small office, about 3 or 4 people. Or it's a one-man office. I like to call it the old Cajun basement, that office above the garage. They can help you out with their award-winning service team. They are the best in the business, #1 in the area. Go check them out, Gold Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Hey, all right, welcome back. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. It is, first time with my first interview there. We have no segment here. We got to go to break. I'm sorry. Be back. Hour 3. We love you.
Off the Bench.
Why are you laughing? It's my bad, yes. All right, I want to tell you about Marucci Sports. I don't know about y'all, but like living in Baton Rouge, I'm like proud to say like Marucci Sport, like all the success that Marucci Sports has had. Born right here in a shed, Mr. Jack Marucci, in 2003 or 4, I believe. I remember being at LSU, seeing those first those beta bats that they were making, and it was incredible. So that story, the trajectory they've done. Well, you can go check them out there. They at their spot over there off Segan. Every single wooden bat that Marucci still makes is made right here in Baton Rouge. They got their hitter's house right there on Segan Lane. Go check them out. You can take a tour of their whole facility. But if you go to the hitter's house, you can go there. You can buy all the newest, the latest, the greatest products, for bats, the gloves, the helmets, whatever it is, right there. And 24/7, those cages are open, so you can go take some cuts. If you want to show your kids what you used to have, the old man's got, go take some cuts right there, Marucci.